This is intended to be a quick tutorial on how to use your graphing calculator to find the answer to systems of equations, including those that aren't lines. On your graphing calculator, you're going to want to put your functions that you're given into the y equal tab. Please check and see if the plot 1, plot 2, or plot 3 are highlighted, and if they are, use your arrow key to go up or over as needed. The one that's highlighted, rest on it, push enter, and then when you go down, you should see that it's no longer highlighted. For our first example, we're going to graph one function as x squared. The other function is just 2. To get x squared, you press this x, then use your caret key to go up to the power and push 2. And that would also work for cubed, or fourth power, or fifth power, etc. Use your arrow key to go down for the next function, and in this example, our g of x, or second y value, is just 2. When you push graph, if you don't see the same thing that is on my screen, try doing zoom, and try doing the sixth one for standard. Next, to find the two different intersections between the blue graph, the parabola, and the red line, you're going to want to push the second button, this button here called Trace, to access the calculator features. Then select the fifth one down for intersection. Let me try that again. Second, calculate, fifth one down. Move the blinking cursor a little towards the left side or the right side, either one. You're going to need to do both. If I move it a little towards the left, first of all, check at the top. That's the first curve. And it's asking first curve, press enter. Second curve shows up and it asks you, is that the second curve? So press enter. And then it changes to the word guess. Press enter one more time and it's going to guess the intersection point that was closest to that blinking cursor at the start. We're going to round everything to 2 decimal places. So this one would be the ordered pair negative 1.41, comma 2. There are 2 different intersections, so there's another answer to this question, 2 different answers. So to find the other intersection, you're going to start by pushing second and then that trace button again to get the calc features. Again, use 5 for intersection, but this time move your blinker with your arrow closer to the one on the right. Now it asks you, is it on the first curve, but closer to the right? Say yes. Did it go to the second curve after I press enter? Yes. Do you want the calculator to guess that other intersection point? Say yes. So the second answer to our question is the ordered pair 1.41, comma 2. We're going to go ahead and graph 2 more systems of equations so you can get used to all the different places you can find features on your calculator. I'm going to graph another set of equations or functions. This time it's going to have a square root in it. So when you press y equal, clear out what you had. Then for square root, you're going to do second, and it's this button right here with the little square root symbol right above the red arrow here. Press that button to get the square root. Our first function has x plus 4 under the square root. Then I'm going to go down. Our second function is going to be a cubed function. Press X, use your caret, third power. Now you need to, some calculators, you need to press an arrow key. Otherwise it'll type up here with the 3 it'll keep it up there. If you arrow, it'll come down and then I can type the rest of my function. The rest of this function has minus 2x and a plus 1. When you push graph, you might have to zoom to standard, but I'm hoping that you can tell that this one actually has 3 different intersection points. So the first thing I'm going to do, same as before, second, trace, choose intersect, move it farther to the left. So it'll get this left intersection for me first. Then answer the questions. Is that the first function? Press enter for yes. Is that the second function? Press enter for yes. And then do you want the calculator to guess. So press one more time for yes. To round this one to 2 decimal places, it would be negative 1.20, comma, 1.67. Now I'm going to repeat again because there are 3 answers to this question. Press 5, go a little farther to the right so that it's closer to that other intersection. Press yes, it's the second equation. Press yes. Do you want to guess the intersection closest to those blinking dots? Press yes. And your second answer for this would be negative 0.50 because the 7 is big, so I'll round that up, comma 1.87. And for this particular graph, you'd have to do it again. Oh, let's go back to our graph. Yes, I think that was right. Second, calculate, intersect, but this time move your blinker farther to the right so it's closest to this third intersection. First graph, press yes for enter for yes. Second graph, enter for yes. Do you want it to guess the intersection that is closest to those blinking dots? Press enter for yes. Round each of these bottom numbers to 2 decimal places. So the third answer is the ordered pair 1.68, comma 2.38. We have one more graph to look at, or function of systems here, so that I can show you another cool trick. This next function is 3 raised up to the x power. So type your 3 first and then your caret, and it is okay to put the x up there as the power. This one is called an exponential function. And we're going to do an exponential function, and this time we'll do a linear function. 2/5 x, let's do plus 4. And when we graph, we can tell that it intersects way over here on the left and it intersects way over here on the right. So again, the steps would be second, calculate, 5 for intersection, go closer to the left intersection before you press enter. Second graph, press enter. Do you want it to guess? Press enter. So, oh, it popped way over here to this one, 1.38 and comma 4.55. So the next trick I'm going to use is I'm going to try zooming out so that I can see if indeed it does touch over there to the left. So I'm going to use zoom and press 3 for zoom out. And then the cursor kind of says, where do you want me to focus my energy? So it's okay to press enter. And there's the 2 graphs zoomed out. Let's try again to see if it'll tell us the intersection on this side by doing second trace, intersection, first graph, second graph, please guess. And we got better results here. This bottom answer is a very unique answer. If you do 1.69 times 10 to the negative 5th, you basically get 0. So accurate to 2 decimal places, that one's 0. So we'll say negative 9.999 would round to negative 10, comma, and this one would round to 0. Hope that helped a little bit. Good luck.